Got a mate of mine in Liverpool. He's been in and out of prison all his life. And I saw him the other week in the pub. And he went, hey, Mick, here. He went, I've robbed this place last night. He said, I've got 2 pictures. One picture is worth 1.6 million quid. And the other picture is worth 1.9 million quid. He said, come and have a look, they're in my boot. And he's opened his boot. I said, you robbed an estate agent.
I got a letter from the Racial Discrimination Board, and I also got one off the police telling me to change my act. And all I said was, I went to the police station, I said, I've been mugged. What do he look like? I said, he was tall, thin, with freckles and ginger hair. Cheers, Chubbs, we'll get the black bastard. Well, I've been warned. My next show will be in Durham jail.
Let's take time out to talk about why us British have the same sense. We have a sense of humour that is unique. You know, take for instance the tsunami routine. We all know where we were with a tsunami was going on. It was the first time I really leapt to the phone and pledged some money, because it was a real proper disaster. These poor f***ers never knew what hit them, did they? We were all sitting down with hangovers on Boxing Day thinking how f***ing horrible life is. I can't wear this f***ing jumper. You ever go to the pub Boxing Day and there's husbands wearing shit that their wives have bought them? One of them said to me once, why aren't you wearing that other tie I bought you? I said, well, you bought me 2. Don't you like the other one? What do you want for Christmas? I want a divorce. I wasn't thinking of spending that f***ing much.
Then 2020 came along, did it? 2020, and we had COVID, obviously, and comedians, we were fucked. We had nothing to do. So I got myself an Uber licence. Got myself an Uber, you know, and people always say to me, have you got any stories when you're Ubering? I've only got one story. It was a night I picked up a couple of lesbians. That's all it was, you know. And no, I did. They started getting off with each other in the back of the car. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about a kiss and a cuddle. I'm talking about the work. So fucking the lot, you know. Anyway, I'm driving along. Obviously, I'm watching them. And next morning, I get an angry phone call from Uber. Apparently, it's perfectly okay for them to get off with each other in the back of my car. But according to Transport for London, it's not okay for me to get off myself in the front. You know what I mean?
Of course, I live near the St. Morgan Naval Air Station, and we get all the Americans down there, and they come to take my daughters out. Last Tuesday night, a knock come to the door, and a man said, "Oh, good evening. My name is Lance. I've come to see your daughter Nance. I'd like to take her to the dance." Any chance? I said, I don't know. I said, Nance, there's a man called Lance that'd like to take you to the dance. Any chance? Yeah, she said, I'll be right down. Well, it wasn't very long for the door knock again, and the man said, good evening. My name is Joe. I come to see your daughter, Flo. I'd like to take her to the show. Do you think she'll go? I said, I don't know. I'll ask her. I said, Flo, there's a man called Joe. I'd like to take you to the show. Will you let her go? Yeah, she said, I'll be getting right down. Well, it wasn't very long before the door knocked again, and the man said, good evening. My name is Tucker.
Ustreme Plus is coming to your screens, and it's included with annual and lifetime membership. 2 brand new channels, JD TV, Warts and All, and U-Boats, A look behind the boating industry's greatest craft.
It's perfection.
GT 2-door Cortina.
Upgrade your subscription now and get Ustreme Plus. Ustreme Plus. It's got it all, plus a bit more.